guys, it's Vicky, and today I am here to share with you another book haul revisit. This time we're going to be going back in time to December 2018, where I did a book haul, and we're going to see which books I have read since that haul and which ones I haven't. And then of the ones I haven't read, I'm going to pick one to put on my January TBR. So let's take a trip down memory lane and see what I bought 2 years ago. Hey guys, it's Vicky, and today I'm here to share with you a book haul. Yeah, Book Outlet had a sale for Black Friday. I had to buy some books. I had to. So I have a stack that's from that, and then I also have a couple that I got at a library sale like a month or two ago that I just forgot to show you guys. So I'm going to share those as well. So I have a pretty decent stack here, so let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead and do the library sale books first. I went to a library that I go to twice a year. They have like it's like a huge library, and they have a big book sale, and I always go to it, and that's where I got these books. And I don't remember exactly what I paid for them. They were very cheap though. The first one I got was Mystic River by Dennis Lehane. I picked this up because I read Shutter Island last year and really enjoyed it. And I've seen this movie, but it was such a long time ago, and I don't remember anything about it. So I figured it was safe to get the book, and I'm going to read the book, and then this may be a future Flicks and Lit video for me. So I'm excited about this one. And then the next one Okay, so I have not read Mystic River. It's still on my shelves. I still want to read it though. And yeah, it would still make a really good Flicks and Lit, I think. Side note, I have really been missing my library sales. They obviously haven't happened this year because of everything that's going on, and that is one of the things I definitely missed because I love a good library sale. So yeah. Anyway, okay, so we have one, let me mark that, unread, and it is Mystic River. I can't remember who I heard talking about this, but when I saw it at the book sale, I was like, what is this even doing here? I have to get this. And that is Any Man by Amber Tamblyn. It's about a violent serial rapist who is a female. Yeah, so I did read Any Man, was it last year? I think it was last year. It was a really good book. The writing was really good. It had a lot of, if I remember right, it had a lot of like multimedia stuff, a lot of social commentary, like as what you would expect with a book about sexual violence where it is a female attacking men. It kind of flips the whole thing on its head. Really good book, really enjoyed it. And then the next two are Liane Moriarty books. The first one being What Alice Forgot. This is one that I keep seeing everywhere, and I always like read the back and think, I want to read that. This one is about a woman named Alice who is having like a wonderful life. She's pregnant with her first baby, happily married, and then she wakes up and it's like 10 years later, I think, and she had some sort of head injury, and now she's like getting a divorce, and like her life kind of sucks, and she doesn't know how that happened because she has amnesia. Okay, so I have not read What Alice Forgot, but I have plans to read it in 2021. That's all I will say. So that one is staying. I'm definitely still planning on reading that one. And then the other one I got is one I've already read but I adored, and that is Big Little Lies. I picked this up because when I read this book, it was a library copy. It was a 5-star read for me. I loved it, and so I wanted a copy of my own. So when I saw one at the library sale, I grabbed it because I will probably someday reread this one. And then the last one from the library sale is an author I've been wanting to try, but just haven't. So we'll see how it goes. This is Haunted by Chuck Palahniuk. I think it's like a short story collection, but all the stories blend together or something. Yeah, I ended up unhauling Haunted because after this haul, I remember I had a few people say to me that that is not a good book to start with Chuck Palahniuk, so I decided to just get rid of it. So I no longer have that. It has been unhauled. So the next stack of books are all the ones that I got from Book Outlet for Black Friday. I think it was a 30% off sale. So I got 9 books here, and I didn't pay much for them at all. It was pretty great. So the first one I got was Wish Tree by Catherine Applegate. This is a middle grade book that I heard a lot of buzz about last March during middle grade March. I have Catherine Applegate's book, The One and Only Ivan. It's actually right up here. Okay, anyways, I have not read Wish Tree. Maybe this year, this coming middle grade March 2021, I'll get to that one, but yeah, haven't read it. The next one in my stack is one I'm really excited about because I've been hearing a lot about it lately because it's a spooky read, so a lot of people have been reading it like at this time of year. And that book is The Little Stranger by Sarah Waters. This is a haunted house story. I read The Little Stranger actually back in July, and I enjoyed it, though I thought it was a little bit long for what it was, but it did have some great gothic elements and all of that. It was just a tad long, and I definitely still want to give Sarah Waters another try. So yeah, that's another one on the red pile. And then another one that is a booktube darling, I believe, that I really think I'm gonna love is The Heart's Invisible Furies by John Boyne. This is kind of a bigger one, but it is about a young man who grows up in Ireland, Dublin to be exact, and it's kind of a coming of age book. Okay, so I read The Heart's Invisible Furies, was it last year? I think it was last year, and absolutely loved it. It was one of my favorite books I read last year. It was so good. It was so good. I loved it so much. And if you haven't read it, you totally have to read it. It's so, so good. Next I have another booktube darling, The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I have never read Kristen Hanna. And a lot of booktubers that I follow and respect love her. So this is another one that when I actually got the book, I was like, wow, that book is huge. And it worked out because I got this, and then my book club, we decided we're going to read this in either January. I think in January we're going to read this, and then because they're making a movie out of this book, so it's going to fit our flicks. Okay, I read The Nightingale, and it was a 5-star book. It was really good, really sad. It was a really good World War II story. What I liked about it, I think, was that it was set in France, which a lot of World War II stories are usually set in other places in Europe, and I really liked that this one had like a French perspective, and yeah, it was really good. It kind of made me cry a little bit. Really good. Enjoyed it. Next up I have The Soul of an Octopus, a surprising exploration into the wonder of consciousness by Cy Montgomery. This was a book I heard a lot about last year here on BookTube, and it's about octopuses, which I have not read The Soul of an Octopus, but I still really want to read it because I've heard it's really good. And I know it's kind of a weird nonfiction book to read, like a book about octopuses, but it just sounds really good to me. So yeah, haven't read it, but I definitely want to. Next up, I have one that I've heard, was it Amy at Amy Pool? It might have been. Somebody, like I heard somebody talking about this book on their channel, and I immediately added it to my TBR because I thought, this just sounds like something I'd like. It's called The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis, and it's about a girl who is in high school and she is plotting to kill someone, I think. Yes, so I did read The Female of the Species just this past summer, and it was really good. I really liked the writing. It deals with dark topics, but they were topics that I felt like should be addressed, I think, with young people, because I'm pretty sure this was a young adult book. And I thought that those topics were handled and written about very well, and I think it was a 4-star read for me. Really enjoyed it. So, okay, that's another one marking for the red pile. Next we have The Haunting of Maddie Clare by Simone St. James. I picked this up because I read Broken Girls earlier this year, and really enjoyed it. It was very atmospheric, very creepy, had a very gothic feel, really enjoyed it. So when I saw this one, I've been wanting to read more of her work. And this one, I believe, is about a girl who, she becomes an assistant or joins up with some sort of paranormal investigator, and they are investigating this ghost called Maddie Clare, who is very angry and vengeful. Okay, haven't read Maddie Clare, but I still really want to, because I have since read another Simone St. James book. I read The Sunken Hotel. this year and really liked it. So I know I like her writing. I definitely want to hang on to this one and definitely want to read it as soon as possible. All right, I have 2 more books to talk about. The first one I picked up because after reading Gone with the Wind earlier this year and just like loving it, I wanted to get my hands on more Civil War fiction. And this one was recommended to me by a couple of people. So when I saw it on Book Outlet, I had to get it, and it's a chunker too. And it's called This Scorched Earth by William Gere. I mean, look at that thing. Wow. It's a big one. It's like 700 pages. This one, though, I know Gone with the Wind took place in Georgia. I think this one takes place in Arkansas. So, all right. Haven't read This Scorched Earth, but again, I still really want to read it because I'm still very interested in reading Civil War era historical fiction. So yeah, that one is staying. Hopefully I will read it soon. And then the last one is Gerald's Game by Stephen King. This is one that I just don't have on my shelves that I haven't read yet that I want to because I want to watch the Netflix movie, but I don't want to watch it until I've read the book. So this one, the premise just sounds awful. It's about this married couple that are kind of, they're kind of trying to bring back the fire into their relationship. So they go to, I believe it's like a remote cabin or something, and the husband, Gerald, gets out a pair of handcuffs the wife to the bed, you know, trying to get freaky, and the man goes up and has a heart attack and dies, and this poor woman is handcuffed to the bed in the middle of nowhere with her dead husband on the floor. Okay, so I have not read Gerald's Game, but I'm trying to read Stephen King's books in order, and I believe after I finish Needful Things, which I'm working on right now, I believe Gerald's Game is the next one on my list to read. So that one will be coming, hopefully, it better be coming sometime in 2021. Okay, so I did some tallying up, and I had, from this haul, I read 5, and I had 7 unread. So I think that's the first time this has ever happened where I've had more unread than read. So it's okay. Let me go grab the ones that are still on my shelves to read, and I'm gonna pick one to be on my January TBR. Okay, so I went and grabbed the books that I have unread from this haul, and now I'm gonna decide which one I should say I want to read. A couple of them I'm gonna knock out right away as contenders because I have other plans for them or whatnot. So for example, this one, What Alice Forgot, I'm going to not be putting on the January TBR because this is going to be read at a later date for something else. And that's all I'm gonna say. So that one's out. And like I said, Gerald's Game, it is, I think, my next Stephen King book, if I remember right. But I'm reading Needful Things right now, and I might want to take a little breather before I start another Stephen King. So also this one, I'm not gonna do right now. Okay, and then I have this Scorched Earth, which I also am gonna put aside for something else because Kayla from Books and Lala, instead of doing Buzzword Readathon in like the traditional way that she's been doing it, she's now doing it where you can do either like a monthly like kind of readathon if you want, or you can do it as like a reading challenge for the year. And each month she has a different word and you read a book that has that word in it. And so this is going to fulfill one of those because I plan on doing the Buzzword reading challenge this year. And so I'm going to save this for that when that comes up. Okay, so that leaves 4 books. So I have Wish Tree is another one that I kind of would rather save for middle grade March because it is a middle grade book. So I think I'm also going to be passing on this one for now, but this will probably be on my March TBR for middle grade March. Okay, so that leaves 3. Okay, so we're down to, we have Mystic River by Dennis Lehane, which is like a mystery thriller sort of story, which is, I think, a good kind of vibe for January. So okay, I'm not hating that one. And then we have The Soul of an Octopus, which sounds nice. It might be nice to read this in the winter, although it's giving me more summer vibes, probably because I'm thinking like Octopus, ocean, beach, summer. Like, I think that's where my brain's going. So I don't know if this one is really what I want to do for wintertime. So this is a maybe. And then The Haunting of Maddie Clare is actually kind of calling to me. It's historical fiction, which I enjoy in the wintertime especially. It's 1920s England, and like I kind of said in the book haul, it has to do with a paranormal investigator and a ghost named Maddie Clare who's not supposed to be very nice. And that sounds like a nice kind of winter story. But then Mystic River also is like kind of calling to me. So maybe I'll just put both of them on there. Because I mean, I don't have any like major plans in January. Like, I don't have any buddy reads. There is one little thing I'm planning that I'll talk about later, but it won't take up much of my reading time. So I might as well put both of them on my TBR. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put both of them on there because they both are giving me winter vibes. They're ones that are kind of interesting me right now. I can't talk. I'm interested in these right now. So yeah, I'm gonna put both of them on there. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be Mystic River and The Haunting of Maddie Clare. All right, guys, so there it is. There's the book haul revisit. Like I said, this one was the first time that I had more unread books than read books. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But I'm gonna be knocking 2 of them out now. So that's good. Yeah, this was fun. I like doing these. I think it's really interesting just to kind of see what I've read in the past 2 years in relation to what I'm bringing in. So not too bad, not too bad. So yeah, let me know if you've read any of these books, which ones you would have picked. If you disagree with what I chose, I would love to know that. Which ones should I have gone with? And of course, if you've read Mystic River or The Haunting of Maddie Clare, let me know what you thought of them because I'm excited to read them. So with that, I hope you guys are having a wonderful week and I will talk with you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.